You are far smarter than you can ever imagine. There is no obstacle that you cannot overcome, no problem that you cannot solve, and no goal that you cannot achieve by applying your mind to your situation. Go on and
Uncensored.
Yo, welcome. God,
hi, what up,
Monday.
though? Happy fucking Monday.
Happy fucking Monday. How was y'all weekends?
Excellent, fantastic, and wonderful, and sexless.
You had to stick that part in there.
I had to add that in there.
What's going on, Mr. PJ? Y'all see we got PJ with us today, man. What's going on?
Hey.
My weekend was good.
Relaxing.
Happy
quiet.
to make a Monday though.
Yes.
These days you gotta say I'm happy to make it to Monday, man.
Nick, you got to be happy to make it. But my weekend was relaxing. It was cool. Stuffed my face as usual. You know,
yeah,
Sundays is fun day. I got to get out and stuff my face, and then I like that Maggiano's.
It looked good.
I had that. Huh? You went there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that joint was all right, though.
All right.
What'd you get, though? What'd you order from there?
I got some simple stuff.
I went and got the chef special, the lobster something. It was a lobster something. That chef special. Oh, my God.
It looked good.
Woo, that joint was fire.
It looked good.
So I enjoyed that.
Thank you for poking your head in the door today.
Monday, we here doing it again.
I know. Hey, white man. What up, though?
Oh.
How you doing?
I'm chilling.
He ain't got time for my shit today. He don't got time for my shit today.
Nah, well, we're going to have to get into some shit because I know he going to want a tag team, and I want to hear his opinion about what we talking about today. Should we just get to it, or should we just, I don't know.
No, get to it.
Yeah,
shit.
to it.
Yo, white man, can you find that that Cam Newton video with that disrespectful little motherfucker?
Fuck the kids.
You know what I mean? Like, yo.
Fuck them kids.
I feel like that right now. Right, man?
I'm sorry.
What up, peoples? So shout out to everybody. But we gotta talk about this shit today.
So you gotta preface. You gotta preface it. You gotta tell them. You gotta tell them what they looking at.
I'm gonna give the floor to Mr. Coleman. Mr. Coleman, you want to tell them about this shit?
All right. So it looks like that Cam Newton was hosting a football camp for the youth.
Hey.
And which is always a plus.
Yeah.
And one of the kids, I guess, decided to get very disrespectful.
That's an understatement. That's an understatement. He was using
he talked
expertise.
to him like he was one of his peers. So he decided to call him out, tell him you a free agent, you about to be broke, you some shit, you some ass, all that. Some very disrespectful stuff.
So,
he got it. Y'all gotta look at this first.
Take your time out and keep your cools because we're gonna want y'all to call in and talk about this. I need y'all to watch this screen and watch this video. Watch this video.
With a very subjective eye.
Yes. Come on, white man.
You about to be pulled. I'm rigged. You about to be pulled. I'm rigged. You about to be pulled. I'm rigged. You're a free agent. I'm rigged. You're a free agent. I'm rigged. He's a free agent. Where your daddy is? Let me talk to your dad. Let me talk to your dad. Where's your dad? You're a free agent. Where's your dad? You're a free agent. You're a free agent. You ass. Talk to. Let me. Where's your dad? Where's your pop? You ass. Where's your dad? He's asking. No, ain't no disrespect. You know, if you wanted some attention, I'm gonna give you some attention. The right way, bro. The right way. When do y'all play? We play tomorrow. What was y'all record today then? 1-2. No, 2-1. What did you do? No, I wasn't able to see because y'all was too.
Cameras on me.
All right, bro. What did he do, man? Does he play?
He got speed.
He got speed.
No, he's letting him speed.
Oh.
You gonna see.
Huh?
You gonna see.
Nah, you ain't, don't act shy. Nah, bro. Don't act shy. I'm asking. I don't want to. I couldn't see today.
You gonna watch YouTube? Oh, you watch YouTube? I know you do.
Them cafeteria crocs, man. No, stop. No, I'm really trying to ask you. Like, I'm trying to see, like, what you.
We do that shit for real though.
I'm like,
We rep that 215.
205?
215.
205. Okay, cool. I'm just like, please don't be one-dimensional. Like you said something to me, then I go, I'm really trying to talk to you. I'm not trying to like crack no jokes. I'm just really trying to ask a simple question, bro. I'm sorry. It's your fault why everybody's looking, but I'm really just trying to ask a question. But you never said what you did. You said you gonna see.
At the end of the day, right?
No, coach, it's no disrespect.
No,
I promise you,
get
it's no
it. I
disrespect.
get that. I get that. But I'm a grown man. Right? This is the coach. I'm not the fool.
Coach, we squashed it. We good. I was literally, I was.
I know.
we good.
I love that. I love that. I love
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to
love
break
fact
the
that you
monotony.
can-
Yeah. I was just trying to talk to him. He think I'm trying to put him to
Nah,
him.
bro, I'm just gotta. I'm focusing on this. I'll get my.
Thank you, sir.
Right? Congratulations.
Say that. But y'all don't play no more today, though.
Yeah. So wait a minute. I know if y'all watch carefully, we all got our own opinions about what it is. Look, oh God, here he comes. I knew it. I called it. Statistical stand.
Wait a minute. Hold on, Stan. Wait a minute. Everybody take a real deep breath for me. Just
Because you need to.
you got to. Because that happened. White man, should we let white man go? Should we pick straws? Should we draw?
I don't
Should we
know,
flip
man.
a coin? Like, go volunteer? What's happening?
Look. Let white man go first, because then I gotta hear from Mr. PJ, man. I gotta hear from. Let breathe.
Okay.
Yeah, we probably.
I hope so. Say it like that.
That was the most disrespectful display I've ever seen to anyone who is trying to teach him, trying to make him better.
He's not.
And you flat out
It's gonna get better.
absolutely disrespectful. And dude, you are just a snot-nosed, punk-ass, YouTuber. That's how I felt, because that's when he said, it's like, hey,
Check my
check
YouTube.
my YouTube, and it's like, dude, he's in the pros for a reason. As much as you can diss him all you want, he's there. He's been there for almost over 10 years. He's been to a Super Bowl. Mind you, he didn't win it, but he's
Matters not.
So you be like him, but at the same time, dude, we don't know nothing about you, and right now you're making me not care.
Yep.
The only time you did make me care is based off of this little thing. So I feels like him and probably a lot of other people around feel like that he's entitled to say what he just said. And I hope the coach, well, let's get to the
We'll get to, okay.
Okay.
I've been watching a classic TV show.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, I remember
Yes.
that. Yes.
If Craig T. Nelson, Coach Hayden Fox,
Yes.
that was the character. If
Yep.
Coach Hayden Fox was there, trust me, that kid would not be standing there saying that to him, because he respects those the elite athletes.
Correct.
He respected those people. That kid respects nothing, and I felt like I would have cut him right off that team.
Yeah.
Just for that statement alone.
Yeah.
Because one, if you do not respect him, you don't respect the game.
Nope.
Which means it's like you don't respect the people before you.
Mm-hmm.
And especially if he's someone of your same color. That is the most disrespected thing I have ever seen.
Yep.
And I feel like, look, I do not want to see you on this field ever again. Not a week, not a month, ever again. You can go to some other district to play on some other team. I don't care. I do not want you on my team because you do not respect who was on here trying to teach you something. You don't respect him, you don't respect me, and you don't respect his team. The floor is now yours.
Next.
Mr. Coleman, would you like? Whew, Mr. Coleman.
We all got heat. So
Yes, we do.
let's get it.
So, y'all know that I do coach youth football.
Yes.
And the type of event that they was at, I usually go there. This shit was very. I'm just gonna be blunt. Very fucking disrespectful.
Yeah.
Very disrespectful. As coaching kids in inner city, and we not inner city as well. They all intertwined now. Whenever we get a visitor to come out, even if it's another coach or anybody that established anything that has any knowledge of the game, as coaches, we tell our kids to treat them with the utmost utmost respect. We got some hard-headed kids. We got some kids that will roast you every second away, but they won't take it to that level with not no guest or any other coach that's on the team that they respect. And that was just flat out disrespectful. And the thing about it is I'm disappointed at Cam a little bit because he even went back and forth with the kid. Honestly, it would have been real short and sweet. It would have been like, bro, you can go ahead off the field. And honestly, it shouldn't even been Cam to say you need to go ahead and go off the field. It should have been the coach. See, that's the problem right there. The coach let the little kid get his rocks off because he probably thought that shit was cute. Or that's how he talked to him. That's how they talk when, when the team is amongst each other, because I've seen that happen. And it should have been a line drawn there. And it seemed like the coach wanted to check Cam before he wanted to check the kid. Like, I saw no discipline. Like, that shit would have got cut short. Any one of my kids that's talking to any of our guests like that, trust and believe, you gone. You won't touch the field for the rest of the weekend. And you can think about touching. You might not even touch the field when we get back home. Like, and then we always say we need mentors for our youth. We always need, people that's coming out, celebrities to come out and teach and, do cameos at certain events just to show that they give it back into the community. But if the kid's going to be disrespectful, these celebrities going to be like, man, I'm not dealing with that shit. You're not going to be able to put me on Instagram and put me all on Facebook being disrespected like that. Half of them going to stay their black asses home. So it's the kid, I mean, you're an idiot because your face is all on camera. This went viral. You probably 13. He looked like the kids that was there was probably 13 or 14. So you about to go to high school. Your face is plastered, you viral. College coaches is going to see this and they'll be like, you know what? I'm good. They're going to pass just off that one incident. They're going to be like, I'm good. Some of the top schools. Some of the top high schools going to probably be like, I'm good. Because he didn't even sound like he was that good, to be honest with you. But that shit was crazy. And that's home training right there, man. That's home training. I'm hitting on. That's home training. That's the parents right there. Because ain't nowhere in the world I would have been able to disrespect somebody, a celebrity like that, and make it back home without getting my ass whooped. First of all, I would have thought about that ass whooping before I even opened up my mouth. So, I can't rock with that. And if any adult that's rocking with that, you part of the problem. I made a post today. I said, if you give this kid any of the benefit of the doubt or you think this shit is funny, you part of the problem if you're an adult. I mean, that's point blank.
Kiki?
I'll let you go. I'll go last.
Kiki?
I'll go last.
Oh, fuck this.
I'll go last.
First off, this little motherfucker, highly disrespectful. I ain't going to, but you know what? First off, I'm going to say it like this. Like Mr. Coleman just said, that's home training. That's home training. And now if I was his parent, I'd be itching for this little nigga to send him home now. Send him home now. You done ruined your whole career, you little fucktard. You know what I mean? You're nobody. You're never going to be anybody. You're never going to be nobody. Next, the coach. You're a piece of shit. I didn't even know how they still have you as a coach or allow you stood there and let that shit go on. Crazy. As an adult, you're supposed to step in and be like, yo, motherfucker, don't you got some respect? Like Mr. Coleman said, bench him, sit his ass down. Go sit down somewhere. Get the fuck on out of here. You just embarrassed me. You embarrassed your whole team. Now, Cam asked some questions. Was like, yo, what did you do today? And the little nigga had nothing. If you listen to him, he had nothing to say.
You
what did you do?
You gonna see.
What are you gonna do? What I'm gonna see? Some corny ass video on YouTube that you just killed your chances of. Hold on, like White Man said, that man has made it to the NFL.
Yep.
He is a quarterback in the NFL. He may be a free agent, but I'm saying he's gonna catch on to another team. Your little ass just ruined your chances of getting in the NFL with that negativity display that you just did. Nobody's gonna want to have anything to do with you. You think that shit is cute? The youth today think some of that shit is cute, but that shit's gonna come back to haunt you in the long run. What you do today will come back 10, 20 years from now, and nobody's gonna want to fuck with you.
It's hard on social media. With
Yes,
social
it
media
is.
now,
It never leaves. It never
It's
will
out there.
leave you. So you got to be mindful of the shit you did. You just cost yourself a whole bunch of negative publicity. I can only imagine what his parents. I can't say too much bad about. But if I was his parent, I'd be waiting to come home so I could put my foot slam up your motherfucking ass. I didn't raise your dumb ass like that. You made your team look dumb.
Preach.
You made your coach look dumb. You made everybody look dumb. Now, Cam. He went back. I see. He's a little upset because, like, who this little young motherfucker disrespected me?
Yep.
And I get it. You know what I mean? And he had to catch himself for a minute. He had to catch himself there. The coach was fucking out of line for checking Cam. Why the fuck did you check Cam, you silly motherfucker? You're an ignorant piece of shit. You were supposed to look at your fucking player right there and stop him right then and there. Like you think this wasn't going to get recorded? Oh my God, Kiki, I'm gonna take a minute. I'm gonna take a minute to breathe. I'm still fucking pissed. Go ahead.
Okay.
Whew.
Number one, fuck them kids. I never say stuff like that, but this is the reason I think that people don't want to mentor children.
Thank you.
I feel a lot of different ways. I'm going to hit a lot of different points, but they're going to be all over the place. Number one, little youngin'. You're so stupid for that because that is somebody who could possibly help you. He could possibly mentor you, pull your game up, do whatever, reach back when he has the opportunity because he has to reach. These little kids don't even realize, and I think part of the reason is social media make everybody extremely comfortable and we normalize disrespect. And you feel like because you can watch a game or these people have their social media pages that you know them. That is an elder. That man, Cam Newton is a grown-ass man. That is a young child. The coach. You are ridiculous. You're disgusting, and your display of leadership was not only egregious.
Ooh.
However, what you're gonna have to do is do that. You're gonna have to do that another time because the other students saw that he didn't get checked, and you're gonna have that same issue again.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Your team should stand for something more than just what they do on the football. You are a coach, and you're more than the sport. You're supposed to teach them the type of stuff that help them people
To become a young man.
Yeah, you're more than a coach.
You're more than a coach. You're supposed to mentor them. You're supposed to lead them in the right direction. He was supposed to be respectfully corrected, and it shouldn't have been Cam to have to do it. Now, I'm not really mad at Cam, but I am mad at Cam, but I'm not mad at him, but I am. I'm mad at him because he could have went way in, but he didn't. Two, I think the playful thing that he thought he was doing, he probably didn't realize the little boy was serious and was going to go where he went. You know what I'm saying? But then I think Cam is a dad, and he probably looked down like, yo, this could be my son. And if he's there for a training camp or whatever he was doing, he kind of understands our youth. But we should not have to put those people who take their time out to give back through shit like that. That was unfair, and it was irresponsible of that coach not to make that little boy get the fuck off my field. And his parents should tell him, you cannot play. You cannot play. What you said, white man, is what I'm going to uphold. You disrespect the game. This whole sport thing is more than about whatever you can do athletically. He does not even display good sportsmanship off the break. Fuck him.
There it is.
Man, ring that bell twice.
Tear that up. White man, go.
I'll add it. Back to the coach. I just don't understand where, again, he slides in and talks to Cam. I don't understand. It's just like, dude, your player went off the rails. You invited Cam in, but your player went off the rails. And that, to me, like, again, you have no control of your team. You have your team doesn't even, I bet you his team doesn't even respect him. Even though they'll say they do, but really they don't. And I felt like it's like you try to come in and check the guy who's pretty much, as much as you said about Cam being, you should have went off on Cam, but really I think Cam had every right. I feels like I was invited here.
Exactly.
I think yes, and you're dissing me, and literally he could have gone off, but no, at least I respect Cam to sort of.
No, I do.
Try to play it off and try to say this is like have some banter, and it's like I think for him to stay, mind you, I think Cam has dealt with all the craziest like reporters about his fashion sense and his gameplay.
That's
like
different,
that.
and they're adults.
It is different, and yes, they are adults. But at the same time, I felt like having someone younger than him was a shocker. But then again, at the same time, where it's like, hey, even though I'm not at my quote unquote best,
I will run circles around your stinking ass.
Yes, I could do whatever.
And your coach.
Yes. So as for back to the coach, I felt like, dude, how do you get respect here? You're going after the wrong person.
Okay, so can I stir the pot? Because I'm gonna play
Please,
devil's advocate.
because I'm already
gonna stir the pot.
I'm
So
ready
now we've seen a clip of the video. Can we see the beginning? Can we see what led to that? Because there had to be something that led to little youngin running his mouth. So it's and that part gets me because I want to see what led to that.
Shouldn't even matter.
You're right, but I want to see what led to that. What made little youngin jump off the rail like that and think it was okay to jump off the rail? Because obviously that was going on. We just catching it from where it started at. Obviously it was going on. So then it leads other questions. What led to that?
Let me add something else too.
What up?
Whatever the fuck my contractual obligations are, you little bitch, it's not up for you and I to be discussing. It's not even that little kid business to be talking about what the fuck my contract is. And that's the ghetto side.
So Bruce said, how old was that kid again? Which he had to be
Yo!
about
13, 14, 15.
somewhere in that age
around
group.
that age. Because
Yeah.
that was that is what's considered.
I apologize. The little
It
kid
wasn't
is
a
not
training
a bitch.
camp. I apologize. It was because I had to look at the video fully because he started talking about his record. It was a 7-on-7 tournament, passing league tournament. So pretty much is a bunch of teams. They come out on the weekend. One of the top football organizations or something. They'll throw a tournament.
Okay.
I'm supposed to be going to one in a couple of weeks in New Orleans. And, a bunch of teams come around. They play like games, like 15-minute games or whatever, 20-minute games, 7-on-7 or straight passing. And that's what it was. So most likely Cam Newton probably wasn't even contracted to come out there. He probably was like, oh, it's a 7-on-7 at home. He probably knew somebody. And they was like, yeah, you should come out to help to support the kids. It was probably one of them type of things.
Well, if you listen to the video carefully,
Yes,
he had a
Tweety.
team. He had a team
out there.
So
Okay.
you heard him say, my team,
team.
let's go to the back of the end zone back here. So he probably had a
He's
team
probably
out there.
sponsored the team. He
Sponsored the
most
team and taking the team out there. You
They
know?
should have their ears wide open and taking it in from this NFL pro. Them kids should have been sucking it and asking all the questions. Not sucking in information. I mean, and asking all the
worded that a
questions.
little bit better.
They should have just been sponges.
Absorb,
They should have been
absorb.
sponges. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah,
They should have
yeah.
been sponges. Should have had that should have been the most exciting part of their day. They probably should have showed the fuck off on the field and not verbally. They should have tried to show off for Cam. I don't understand him. This is why, man. Is it the generation?
Okay, so
what is
once
it?
again, it's definitely the generation. And I feel like that is the
Jesus.
generation.
When
And I'm gonna say
company
that.
come around, you supposed to be on your best behavior.
But that's the problem.
That's rule number one.
The chaperones, because I guarantee I was out of town, and I guaranteed a lot of those parents wasn't there.
Okay.
And that's how I normally go. It just usually be the coaches and whoever parents that can travel with them. And if not, then the coaches chaperone the kids. I can guarantee you that kid parent wasn't there. And that coach, and that's that coach's responsibility of that kid. Until he comes back home, that is your son. You treat little shorty like he's your son. Because the parent gave you,
Well, didn't
trust you,
now,
yeah.
now after it was over, didn't the little kid try to apologize and send an apology to Cam for his actions?
I
think it was
think
a little too late for that.
He
I think
kind
it
of
was forced.
conceded a
I
little
did-
bit because he
but-
was y'all like embarrassed, But
it should have never happened. And okay, parents can't be there, but if you're teaching your child at home, like when you were a child, then what was one of the things your parents told you? Respect your elders.
Respect.
Regardless. You know what I mean? And going off on the elder and trying to disrespect, not even an elder, a person of that stature, you trying to disrespect this dude, that's unheard of. That's unheard of.
Cam had 999 other things that he could have been doing besides being there and being disrespected in that manner. That was not fair. That was not fair.
Darryl
He
Bishop
did not
Bryant-
have to be there.
Darryl Bishop Bryan said it was his camp and he hosted every year.
Are you kidding? You at my camp with this crap?
Oh, we got
Yeah.
kicked out.
Yo,
And you at my camp with the
if it was my camp, your whole team.
that little
gotta
boy
go.
be punished all
Your whole
summer.
team
Like
has
his
gotta go.
mom, he shouldn't even be able to play. You don't even deserve it.
I don't
You
even-
shouldn't be able to play.
I don't get it. The type of parents I got, I would hate social media right now. I would hate anything that could keep tabs.
Okay, so Bruce, Batman said he was like he
Somebody
should
call
have
in.
addressed the 14-year-old in his chest like a man. And I get what you're saying, but not from Cam. It wasn't Cam's place to do that
should've been the coach.
because then the first thing it should have been the coach.
It
And the
would've
first
been-
thing the people would have said was, "Damn, Cam, you jumping on a kid." You should have
NFL,
done that.
he would've had
But the
NFL
coach,
issues.
You as a coach, Mr. Coleman, and you have one of your players, and you had let's say you were in that situation. What would you have done being a coach? What would you have done? And you seen one of your players. You know what I mean? Getting ready to disrespect somebody like Cam Newton. How would you have handled that
I would
situation?
have pulled his ass to the side. He wouldn't even. He even wouldn't have been there enough to video record it, because he would have got pulled to the side.
Exactly.
And I know the camera's out there, so I would have kind of pulled him to the
You
side.
gotta know who
you
your
did it right.
If it no care, if there was some real talk, he would have got his ass yoked up. He would have got his ass yoked up and pulled to the side. And honestly, last year we coached 13 and 14-year-olds, and that looked like the age range that they had. These kids, they got a mouth like Dice Clay. You know,
Yeah. Yeah,
they got a
do.
mouth like you.
Terrible.
These kids got some terrible mouths.
Yeah, they do. I got
Savage.
I do.
But they know enough. You know what I'm saying? They have parents in their lives, but you know how kids, when they get amongst themselves, they can
Yeah.
they curse. When I was young, I cursed too. You know what I'm saying? But they, with a team like we had last year, just off the respect, off the GP of the coaching staff,
Yeah.
and that would have happened, one of our other kids on the team, just how disciplined our
Supposed to
team
check
was,
them.
would have checked them. They'd be like, "Hey, bro, chill out. That's Cam Newton. Chill." And they probably would have checked his ass. Then on the low, they probably would have fried him. They probably would have put the jokes on him.
Yeah.
Say, "Nah, bro, you can't be talking shit about Cam. You
Not
some
the way
shit.
you.
You some shit."
Not the way you. And
they
not how
would've-
you
okay,
can.
And they would have shut him down on his level. But as if the coach, any one of our coaches that was on our staff, or any coaches that I know that I personally know and would have witnessed that, they would have yoked his little ass up. I'm sorry.
Let me ask you a question, because it being as though you're an active coach, does seeing this, does that have you? Are you willing to or compelled to add something to your conversation prior to you guys going out of town for your 7 and 7s or whatever y'all doing?
yeah.
Is that something that you're going to add to say, look, and show them? Because I, in my opinion, I think y'all should record and show these kids this is what not to fucking do. This is what we not going for. You know what I'm saying? You might feel like you don't have to, but I think that moving forward, if it were me, I would add a quick little conversation with my kids or whatever. Do you think that's something that y'all are afraid might happen?
No, because I think there's no need for that conversation to be had, because these kids that I guarantee those kids went out of town before. The team that I moved over to a new team. This team that I moved over to, they literally won the national championship last year in Florida.
Okay.
So they've been out of town. They've been out of town for more. They've been going out of town since they was 9 years old.
Okay.
And they're 13 now. Like 8 or 9, they've been going out of town. They know not to disrespect no adults. They're afraid of their coaches. They know their coaches will, like, it's that daddy treatment. You know what I'm saying? And the kids that we went out of town last year, they play them games amongst themselves, amongst their peers, but they know damn well they not gonna disrespect no adult. They not gonna disrespect no adult unless an adult literally, like, physically put their hands on them or do some very disrespectful stuff where we have to take up for them, just like any father or any mother would take up after their kid. They not doing that. So that started that whole little attitude thing. That's I guarantee him and the coaches talk like that. That's how it normally be. They want to be friends instead of coaches. We had a head coach. One head coach last year, we had a coaches meeting. He said, "Look, man, I don't know how y'all talk. The way y'all talk to these kids and y'all joking, y'all got to cut that, because at the end of the day, you're not their friend. You're their coach. It's all good to be buddy and be a mentor and try to go to be on their level, but you cannot talk to them how their peers talk to them, because they're gonna lose that respect from you. They're gonna treat you like one of their homies instead of a coach.
Yeah, exactly.
And they'll curse you. And these kids will curse your ass out on the spot. If they don't have no respect for you, they will curse you out.
Let me tell y'all what part 2 of that would been had that been my child, right?
Okay.
1B, I'm beating your ass. That's 1B. Wait a minute. Sorry, y'all.
song?
What's this?
We are the champions.
Can we hear it? Who told you to play that?
Who told you to play that?
You should play with you.
Somebody a Tampa Bay fan?
Oh shoot! Wait a minute.
What is that?
My friend.
Look what just came in the building. Wow. Wow.
Yo, y'all want to see what it is? I'm gonna play
Thank you. What? Are the champions?
What about the box?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Bruh, that was throwing me off because I was like, what the hell?
I was like,
I didn't see that shit. I was like, we talking about something completely different. What the fuck, yo? Oh, man.
Speaking of champions.
Listen,
Sitting
y'all.
right the fuck there. Thank you, Trump.
Thank you, Trump.
Wow.
Bruh.
Hey, that caught
Now let me
everybody.
get caught me off guard. Wait a minute.
See that right there. Oh, my God. Wow, I didn't see that coming.
That was cute.
That was cute. That was good because I was like, what the fuck? We playing this stupid ass song for this ain't got nothing to do with that little nigga ain't no champion. Shit.
Okay, so let me get back to my comment, right?
Yeah, they
so,
keep saying, I'm sorry, y'all. If we
it's the
keep freezing
website.
Up, it's got to be the website or some back out, come back in. Because it's not. Oh, my God.
You should have told Trump while he was here.
That was dumb. That was dope. You know.
I think it's still recorded. Like if you back
It's
out, and
still,
come
but
back
it's
in,
just
it'll
y'all.
pick up.
Look, it is stopping. Let me go back.
Oh my God, that caught me off guard right there. I ain't even see that one coming.
I heard
boy.
the song. I was like, wait a minute, why are we playing
I'm like, the fuck is this shit about now?
Okay, there you go.
You sit right there.
There you go.
Sit right there.
So what I was getting ready to say. So my first 1B, when he got home, I would have whooped his ass. That's one thing. Two,
Okay.
and for many reasons, you don't disrespect adults. You know you embarrassing me. You my son. You embarrassing me. And for real, you ain't fucking playing no more. But two, I would have walked his ass back with it by his ear. I would have dragged him by his ear and made him apologize to Mr. Newton. Dear Mr. Newton, we are sorry. You gonna have to do this shit in front of your teammates. That's ridiculous. And for
it
real,
would've been posted online.
and you not playing no more. This is tell him bye. You're not coming no more. That's it. You had to earn shit like that, and you just unearned a whole bunch of your privileges, man. You got for real. I think that kids they get rewarded for that behavior, which is why that behavior continues. You have to unreward it. That is a word too.
Yeah. Well, you know, I don't know. Ass whooping at this point, man. The sad part about that is these youth are going to find that funny.
Yeah, they definitely.
They're going to find that funny, and it's going to and the sad part is there's going to be somebody else that's going to follow in its
Yes.
footsteps. Going to copycat.
You know what's really sad?
What?
I'm in a national coaches group. There's coaches in the group that find this funny.
Oh,
It's
he
been
roasted.
posted multiple times, and they think it's funny. They think it's ha Google because they laughing amongst themselves like this is funny.
Now, how is that? How is it? I need to understand how this is even remotely funny.
And everybody who's laughing for real are the fuck at home and not an NFL paid player. So I don't even.
Yo, if you're laughing, you're the coaches that never made it.
And you're pretty much you're coaching Little League for a reason.
Come on.
You shouldn't be
Come
doing
on.
that. That's dangerous.
But he's right though. What he just said is right. Because their mindset, if you find that funny, imagine what you're teaching these kids.
At that
and
level.
You're that role model for those kids. You know what I mean? What are you teaching them? You're showing them that this is okay. This is funny. This is not funny. This is nothing about that, man.
This is why people don't want to take the time. Listen. I started out by saying fuck them kids. I'm gonna say it again. And I have kids, but fuck them kids, yo. If you're gonna send your children out like that, I don't want to be bothered with them. And I hate that I say that because I know that feeling is probably going to be rampant. Like people are not going to want to put up with your children. And you would think that during the pandemic, as you have your children at home now, and that you are able to see just how much, or I don't want to say a headache or a hassle, or how difficult it is to be home with your children during school hours, for 8 hours or whatever, that you would just try to what is that? Bring some of that, reel some of that in. Yeah. Take some of that back. Like, sir, you're gonna have to cool out a little bit. No, white man? Look at you.
I'm gonna say this. Disciplining him is not gonna do anything. Taking away something that he's supposed to have loved, that's something.
And what is that? Because it ain't football.
No, it is. Because here's the thing. Because really, it's like, you know, that's what I said. It's like the coach. If the coach was an actual coach, because that wasn't a coach. That was another goofball.
He was a substitute.
Yeah, he was a substitute.
He definitely.
And really, it's like, look, like you said, it was.
Get
like,
back, coach.
It's like seeing a silly movie, like seeing that like you said, the substitute with Triple H on it, and he comes in and just tries to take care of these kids. He's supposed to be this badass, but really he becomes this little lovable goofball, and that's what he was. It was like the coach was a lovable goofball, and it's like because you went off of the wrong person. If, like I said, any of us were a coach of that team, that kid will not be playing ever again.
You know what?
With me, let's put it that way.
And you would congratulate him. You know what? So glad you did that. That just got you a spot off this team. Yeah. Take care.
I'd rather have someone who respects, like I said before, respects the person who's trying to teach you something, because that person is a stepping stone. That person is a linking in a chain of helping you, guide you into where you want to be. If you don't want to do this because you disrespected, you burnt that bridge. Before you didn't even cross the bridge, you burnt the bridge before you even got there. And I see that.
I found it, and so now what happens is like I said, for y'all that said that you didn't see an apology, there was an apology from the kid because I saw it earlier, and the kid apologized, and he was like, "I never meant to humiliate." You know what I mean? And this is your parents found out what you fucking did and told you when you get home, I'm gonna whoop your ass for embarrassing me.
Yeah.
I don't think this was sincere at all. I don't think it was sincere at all.
It was warranted, though. Whether it's sincere or not, it needed to happen. Yeah. And I think everything that we spoke about probably has been thrown in the air or thrown about. The mother probably threw the opportunities in his face that he probably missed out on. The other kids probably was tripping. You know what I'm saying? Or even somebody who was there that wasn't a part of their team that probably saw that. You don't know what type of ribbon he took when he stepped off. Because if Cam team was there, that he said, or did he say he had a team there, right? If his team was there, we would have got at your ass. Our team, we would have got at your ass.
I was like my boys.
I mean, that's just it.
Yeah.
So let me ask y'all this question since we're talking about this, right? One thing I can't stay, and I was going to do a live about this one time, but I didn't do it, is that's the way she is as bitch. Oh. That's just how she is.
Speak on it.
That's just how she is. And we let a lot of shit slide because that's just how she is. You know what I'm talking about? You see somebody.
Oh, one of them motherfuckers.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And I'm trying to find out what age do you check that's the way she is as bitch, or that's the way he is type dude. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my vernacular today. I'm using all type of words that I don't normally use, but that's what I mean.
Okay, well.
When you get a bitch who say, that's just how she is. Like, don't worry about her. That's how she talk. That ain't how she fucking talk to me. So I'm asking, like, what age or where does the entitlement come from when you just step off and be like, that's how I am, and you tell a dude, take me, that's me, that's just me, or a man tell you all the time, that's just me, that's just me. I mean, that's how. If you.
That sounds like a person that doesn't take accountability for none of their actions, in none of them.
I agree.
Like, I'm just gonna that's just me. So by doing that, they give themselves the pass to do whatever and say whatever the hell they want.
I'm gonna give y'all an example so that y'all can fly in. Tone, you hate people to yell at you. I'm a yeller, and when I talk to you, this is how I talk, man. And you want to be with me. This is how I talk.
Okay, so that's how you talk, but y'all don't want you yelling at me.
That's how I talk though.
That's
or Mr. Coleman, you hate people to call you niggas, and I'm just calling you a nigga all day. I'm calling you a nigga all day because that's how I talk. That's me. That's how I talk.
Nah, you're not gonna call me a nigga.
I'm gonna check you. I'm gonna check you.
Hold on.
I'm just gonna flat out check you, and if you hit me with, well, that's how I am. All right.
Hold on.
That's
okay. So after you check a person like that, this is how the fuck I am. You know what I mean? And you got to check them the right way. Like Mr. Coleman was saying, if somebody call him a nigga, all right, I'm going to check you. And the person, well, why you got to talk to me like that, motherfucker, because it's disrespectful and that's how I am. You got to give it back. Sometimes what I learned is you got to give back to a person what they give you for them to understand because they may not comprehend what you are saying. So in order for them to understand is because normally if you do a you or them on them, they'll be looking at you like, damn, that's fucked up. Why you got to do that to me for? Nigga. Did the light go off on your head because you just did the same shit? You don't like it being done, don't do it to somebody else.
Okay. And I'm going to give y'all a video example, right?
Okay.
Just watching The Last Dance, the whole Michael Jordan thing, right? I'm late on it, the whole Michael Jordan documentary.
I haven't even watched it.
Oh, my God.
I have not
It's
watched it.
amazing.
I have not watched it.
And Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan, for lack of a better term, was a dickhead.
Well,
he
that's
was an
always been known.
asshole. But for real, and everybody was scared of him. Everybody scattered around him because that's how he was. They let him be like, I can't let you.
They let him be like that because of what he did on the fucking court and what he brought to the fucking table. They allowed, but people allowed that behavior.
The teammates, if you gotta watch it before you even speak on it. You have got to watch it.
I'm gonna have to watch it.
And
Remind me
listen,
to watch this week.
You might still have the same opinion afterwards. You
Okay.
saw it, and the disrespect that people took because it was him. Like I
think you have to understand, it was Michael Jordan. That's what I'm right there. The NBA was Michael Jordan. Anything Michael Jordan said can go. If you was a player that only gets 6 minutes on the court and you're expendable,
shut the fuck up.
You 6 minutes on the court and you telling Jordan that you need to chill the fuck out, Jordan. Jordan gonna probably look at, hey, he gonna go right to the gym, man. We need to go ahead and trade him for like a third round pick or something. I don't like his vibe on the team. He had that much pull, he can get a motherfucker off the team. Unless your name was Dennis Rodman, Scottie Pippen, Ron Harper, Steve Kerr, or
Tony Kukoc. Yeah.
Unless you was one of the main
Carhart,
people.
what was his fucking
Cartwright, Horace Grant.
Unless you was the main piece, you was getting the fuck out of there. And honestly, people cared. You know what? You know what this is a perfect example of? A motherfucker that got a job, right? It pays great.
Okay.
The job pays great. The benefits are wonderful. But you got that one asshole manager that's gonna talk to everybody like shit.
That's how he is, though.
That's how he is.
That's how he is, Tom.
Now I understand where you're coming from.
Okay.
I'm sorry, y'all. I had to walk on that shit.
No.
I get that. Oh, now if you want to talk about life, fuck you if you feeling the way you feel that you can do that. Nah, you can't do that, man.
That's how he is, though. You came in, and that's already how he was.
But that's okay. But like he said, but if you using Michael Jordan as the fucking case point here,
I didn't use it as a case point. Honestly, because I thought you had saw it. I thought you had saw it.
We can't talk about him because he was extraordinary in his own right, and they allowed him to get away with whatever. Now, ordinary motherfucker.
I'm talking about that's what I said. Every day as that's how the fuck I am. That's how I talk. That's how I blah blah blah. And they expect you to roll with that shit.
I don't have to roll with it. That's my right if I choose to roll with it. But if I allow you to do that, you're going to always do it to me. And the disrespect is going to get greater as it goes along. So versus me checking it right there.
So what is his role if I be like, I said, chill, that's
but it's his right to say, fuck that.
No, but I'm telling him, like, it's people who do that. Be like,
but
no.
I'm going to pull Tone to the side. We're going to have a manly conversation.
Because you telling me, like, man, y'all be telling me
this
shit.
That's how I normally start.
Yeah, I'm like, no, that's how he is. No, he a good dude. He a good dude.
But you doing that, but it's his right to say, he doesn't, he be like, nah, I'm not going to deal with that shit. Hey, man, let me holler at you for a minute. And we can have a whole conversation.
But listen.
That was my choice to say, fuck what you saying, this is what I'm going to do.
But see, it's okay, and if we in a situation, right, at work, and you are just right, and then he be like, yo, y'all let this nigga, I'm like, man, chill. You like, he good, don't worry about it. Just he'll get over, he'll blah blah blah, he'll calm down. And what I am doing as that other person is just trying to keep peace amongst the group. You know what I'm saying? But if he is a person who ain't going for that shit,
he has a right to check it.
I'm gonna pull you to the side.
He has a right to check it, and then you can't say nothing. I'm gonna pull you to the side.
We're gonna have a conversation, and then if we can't resolve this shit, I'm gonna tell you flat out, don't say shit to me unless it pertains to work. If we at work. Unless it pertains to work and we doing something that's instruction wise, don't say shit to me.
Facts.
Point blank.
And it'll be okay. Now, by him doing that, you know what I mean? The relationship between him and I have changed, but now I'm not going to give him that same energy that I was giving before. You know what I mean? But you, on the other hand, are still going to get that same energy.
Because I never
You're going to be like, he's just like that. I'm still going to radiate that same energy to you.
So my question to you all, because I know White Man was waving his mic, and White Man, give
I'm
you
sorry,
1
White
second. I'll ask, how long or how much or how how the time frame do you give that's the way she is type of, or that's how I am, like, bro, like, if you can't deal with it type people?
You got 2 times.
If
One,
that.
the first day you might be
You don't know a
going
motherfucker.
through.
Okay.
You don't know me. You might be going through something. You might have an attitude with everybody, and I'll give you the benefit of the doubt the first go around. Second go around, nah.
Okay, so at Max case,
Some people
Max case, like he said, I'm gonna give you 3. I'm gonna give you 3. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And that's just all I'm gonna give you. The first time, okay, I see what it is. The second time is, all right, this motherfucker got one more time. And then the third time, right then and there, as the third action is happening, now I need to check you. Now we need to talk about this. And then I can point up, you did it this time, you did it this time, and you're doing it now. You know what I mean? This is where we got to correct that situation right then and there. And now, if you still want to stand your ground and say fuck it, then we got a whole nother problem. That we have to deal
Okay, same thing with your kids, your mother, your dad. That's just, people come over and your mama is just off going blah, blah, blah. What do you say to a person who is enduring your mom and they like?
You can't ask me that question. You gotta ask that question to Mr. PJ, because you're not gonna like my answer.
You don't know what I might like, because you don't. I want to hear it. This is do we not do this opposition type
so
shit?
Here's what it is. Due to the relationship I have with my mom, I'll be like, Mom, you're doing too fucking much. Go sit your ass down somewhere. You know what I mean? You're doing too much. You embarrassing yourself. You embarrassing me. You embarrassing the family. Go sit your sorry ass down somewhere. You didn't have too much to drink, you silly motherfucker. You take your ass to sleep. See, for me, I'm not gonna hold any cut cards when it comes to my mother. My mother doesn't hold no cut cards with me, so I'm gonna tell her what it is. You know what I mean? As well as as well as my dad. Now my dad is the type of nigga that will sit there and clown you, and you gonna laugh at the shit that he just clowned you about and not catch it. He did it to me a couple times. This nigga, I'm laughing with him and I'm walking away like, did that nigga just say that shit? So my dad would be different about it. But as for my mom, nah, man. If we having a get together or something like that, and she's doing the most, you know what I mean, Mom, chill the fuck out. You know what I mean? I know you're not gonna speak to your mom that way. You're not gonna speak to your mom that way. You're gonna choose to handle it a different way. But for me, sit your silly ass down somewhere. Leave the motherfucking cup alone. You don't need to drink no more. You're doing too much. Relax yourself.
White Man, you was waving your mic. I don't know what we having issues with this site today.
It just going back in.
Yeah, we have.
Okay.
Everything's okay on the website, so I don't know.
Oh, it's just our.
It's Facebook.
It's
really
Facebook.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
something. It's something.
So we apologize. So if y'all like to call in on any of these topics that we discussed today, because 301-232-5700 for your input.
Yeah, because we haven't.
Or Rip Radio.
So if you really want to tune in and y'all really want to be a part of this, tune in to ripradio.com, and then you can watch us there.
Straight through.
You know.
If not, just keep refreshing.
Yeah, I mean, what would you do now? What would you do in that situation, Kiki? Because I
don't make excuses for people. I don't. But if I was your wife, you probably would come with like a precursor, like a
warning label.
Yeah, I'd be like, look, let y'all know right now. This my boo though. This my boo.
So how many times have you done that? Have you had to do that about people and say, look, before we come over here, I gotta let you know, I gotta forewarn you about this.
My daddy. My daddy. I love my daddy to death, but my daddy is something else. All caps.
Okay.
And it's no telling what he gonna say out his mouth. It's no telling what he gonna pull out and smoke. Like, it's just, just letting you know, like, whatever the fuck. Yes, that's my daddy. He's a Grant. I love him. I just let you know, like, bruh, do not take nothing personal. And if you look funny, he gonna tell you. If something is off, he's gonna say it.
Okay, I like your dad already.
That's the way he is.
I like your dad already.
No filter.
What happened to your teeth? Like, what happened to your hairline? What happened to your shoes? Like, and he's funny looking too. So
that's what makes it even
you
funnier.
can go back at him and he won't even mind.
But I like your dad already. I like to meet him. I think I would have a good time with him. You know what I mean? What would you do in that situation, Mr. Coleman?
I'm gonna be honest with you. It's hard to see my parents do that.
I'm not even saying your parents, but just somebody that you're going to hang out with somebody. Be like, look, I know this person is coming. I'm just forewarning you ahead of time. Would you handle it? Would
Your
you do it like
girlfriend
that,
was
or would you let
extremely
them-
loud.
would
She
you
was
let them-
extremely loud, and that's the way she is. And you take her to one of y'all family things. Your family your family with it though. But I'm saying like,
Because if she embarrassed, they gonna check her ass.
look, would you go in there and be like, look?
They gonna talk about it. They be like, first of all, they gonna check me.
Yes.
See, my family, they'll check me first. They be like, hey man, you better get her. And then if I don't step up to the plate, then we both getting kicked the fuck out. But if I was dealing with a female and I had to let people know all this disclaimers, she loud and all.
Yeah.
One, I couldn't even see myself being with her.
Okay.
Like I would have to check that shit from the get go. Like the problem with, because you said this earlier, and this is the thing, and unfortunately a lot of females, or I ain't gonna say females, the opposite always look at it like this.
Okay.
They always say, well, you just gotta handle this is the way I am.
Yep.
If you want to be with me, you gotta accept me.
Yeah.
But they don't ever think I'll be like, hold up, Slim, if you want to be with me, you better calm that shit down. See, that's the problem. See, it's all about
Okay.
you want me to just be with you, so I gotta sacrifice to be with you. I gotta accept everything about you. Nah, you need to accept my standards as well. If we can't come to a mutual common ground, then we ain't destined for each other. Find somebody that like that loud rah-rah shit.
Okay, so I can go with you there because I like my wife. She was at first. I kind of calmed down. If you notice my Facebook activity, I've calmed down a lot. You know what I mean? Versus how I used to be. But that was one of the things that was like, she couldn't really get with, and she made it make sense along with my therapist. Yeah, it made it make sense, and I was like, I had to look at it and then look at it from a different. So I changed how I do shit. You know what I mean? Now sometimes I'd be seeing shit and be like, ooh. Nah, I'm good. I'm gonna let it go. I learned how to let shit go and not be that rah-rah person no more. Now sometimes I get on here and I can be rah-rah as fuck. I don't give a fuck. My mouth is fucked up. I say some foul shit. I don't give a fuck. I am that fucking friend that you might have to look at your friends and be like, I don't know what this nigga's gonna say.
I always listen.
Nigga.
We be waiting. So as soon as I see that live pop up,
yes,
like,
Tony invites you. Just like you gotta get popcorn.
Look, I mean, so the last live I had, the last live I was like that, you know what I mean? And people, because now
bro, you had like 986 views. People
it was
watching
like,
on that
it
shit.
was what it was because, my wife was sitting right there and niggas was like, because they call her my handler.
Mm-hmm.
And they was like, where's your handler at? Now, mind you, she's in front of me, butt ass naked, shaking her ass, and I don't give a fuck because I'm already there. But with that being said, is like I'm that person sometimes, and I cut back a lot because how I used to be back in the days.
Yeah.
I was terrible, but I cut back a lot because that was one of the things that would bother her, and it was detrimental to my relationship. So I had to change myself a little bit. And here, when I get on this radio, I have some free time and some free play, but I'm not as bad as I used to be.
No, but
you still got to warn your friends about me because you never know when I'm gonna be just.
But you know what though? It's even though she might have checked you. It's something about that she like. It's gotta be.
Of course, that shit is attractive.
Well, she saw what I couldn't see. She saw something else that I couldn't see and that other people didn't see. She saw another side of me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm on Facebook and I'm wilding and on Facebook and it's like, I'm having fun. But you know what I mean? Outside of Facebook and when I'm home and around the house and how I am with them and how I interact with my family and my kids and everything, that's something completely different. You know what I mean? I'm not going on my kids like this, man. I get on Facebook, I don't give a fuck. Or I see people in their face, I don't give a fuck. Fuck it. I'm gonna stand my ground and still be the same person. But when I get home and I'm with my family, I can't take that asshole shit out on them. You know what I mean? And be an asshole towards them. That's not cool at all. That's not something that I do at home. So she saw other things in me that I couldn't see in myself. And then as working with her and my therapist, like really my therapist, because Latoya was the shit. And she started helping me see the problems, like when I was tail spinning and the shit was bad. So I was able to construct myself. But as an advisement, you may never know when I'm going to have that brief moment and say some crazy shit, especially this year on this show. I am telling you, it's been 2 years I've been snug for this fucking award for these wild motherfuckers, and I'm going to win that shit one goddamn day because these niggas don't say it's wild shit like me.
You're going to win it next year. This year. This year. Sorry. This year.
But back to again. It doesn't matter as long as we have this. Thank you very much. You know what I mean?
And that's coming back to us again, too.
That lets you know that...
we need a three-peat.
We want a three-peat?
We need a three-peat.
I'm sorry, we just jumped off topic, but we want a three-peat. I just keep looking at that motherfucker there, and I'm like, damn.
Well, I'm an asshole sometimes.
I can't see
and
that.
Listen, and there are some of my friends do have to. I come with a warning too. Sometimes my friend, I do. you. Look.
I'm trying, like
I am
seriously.
sweet as pie.
Exactly. So
Thank you.
so seeing you, so oh, as the liquor kid in, then it's a different person.
What?
After you were drunk, that's when the whole other Kiki comes out. That's fun Kiki.
I'm like, who
there.
talking, Kiki or Tone? Them motherfucker bombs. Motherfucker.
When we accepted, we had the party last year. They was like, it was me doing all the cussing and not you.
Yeah, because you had them drinks and you was feeling good.
I had drank way too much, so I apologize.
They was like, get her off the. They was like,
Get her.
DJ, get her off the mic now. Wrap it up. Wrap it up now. Get the mic.
I apologize.
It's no need to apologize. I mean, you having fun.
You got in show mode.
You know,
show
that's
mode.
what it is. I mean, you know,
you are an entertainer. You know that, right? By default, you are.
Put the I have to tell you that. Yeah,
you are
You're
entertainer.
an entertainer. You know, I entertain for the negative and the niggers in the crowd that looking for that niggerish shit. I'm always going to give you that niggerish shit. You know what I mean? But then there's certain times where we can't be niggerish all the time.
Well,
like if I'm at work, I can't do. I won't do that shit at
I got
work.
my niggerish bag too. I got a bag of niggerish shit.
Cause okay, so the dudes at, listen, so the dudes at my job be like, yo, bruh, we be watching your show and we be watching your lives. This thing is wild, and you spreading this rumors throughout the building, like nigga, don't do that. You know what I mean? I'm in work and my supervisor's like, so you gonna call me a motherfucker today? What? Wait, no, Slim, hold on. So the personality and the shit I do at work is not what I do.
Okay,
this is the reason why. Honestly, I probably am holding us up from a lot of votes and views because I will not tell them people that I work with shit about this show and nothing about it.
But some of my coworkers like on my page,
and my coworkers like I there's 3 people right now who are sitting in the holding pattern, waiting to be chosen to be to be accepted as my friend on Facebook, and I fuck with them, but I can't fuck with them because I'm very different at work. Look.
I mean, at work. I mean, so let me.
I got a story.
Come on, Ms.
Speaking of that, so and I guess I should have put a disclaimer out, right? So one of the first shows I joined, right? I came onto the show, and I got tagged. One of y'all shared it and tagged me in it, right? I thought, well, you know what? I shared it. I didn't know what the topic of the show was that day, right? So one of my coworkers, they thinking, oh yeah, he about to go on the radio and talk about some football shit and da.
Yeah,
right?
no.
So I noticed some family members and everybody going in. Hey, y'all was talking about, I don't know if it was about fucking on
dick,
the period.
Pussy, and ass.
Dick, pussy, and ass. That's exactly what. Hey, I came to work the next day. My coworker was like, bruh, I was watching your show. What? Y'all on some wild shit. I didn't even know y'all talk like that. Because you remember I was at the time on my page. I'm talking all this inspirational shit.
Yeah. Yo, what you want?
Like, y'all talk about some wild shit on it. What the fuck y'all type shit y'all on? What are y'all on? I'm like, man.
That's the type shit
I said, listen, it could be inspirational one day.
Yeah,
we can talk about some raunchy shit.
Yeah.
We can talk about some deep. It's called Real Talk
Uncensored. Uncensored. That means so like my aunts, my dad was watching the show, but my dad wouldn't come to me. You know what I mean? My aunts and shit. It got back to me. Was like, oh my god, he's so fucking filthy on the air. I can't watch his lives. I can't. He's fucking filthy. You know, on the same token, my dad's like, well, you know, he's fucking filthy, but that's how he is.
That's how he is.
That's how he is. You know what I mean? But my dad is like, I can't watch this shit. He's fucking filthy. They talk about all kind of shit. They talk about fornication and fucking and sucking. I can't take it. But you know, if you stick through, you watch that. There are days that we don't do that on here. There are days that we have some serious topics and we talk about some real shit. You know?
I just use those words, whatever we're talking about. When I sprinkle these cuss words in because it's for shock value and it sounds better.
But you know what?
I say motherfucker so cute. Like I just
how do you say motherfucker cute?
I say it's so cute and bitch. I say that's so cute. I can't help myself.
I mean, I guess like if I'm at work, I'm not. If I'm in front of my supervisors or my coworkers, I'm not even around my coworkers. I'm not. Them niggas be like, "You wild." I just laugh it off. Be like, "Yeah, I know." I'm not giving them that type of energy at work. I don't. Nah, Slim. You know what I mean? So the president of the company, was walking down the hallway because in Springfield and the president was walking down the hallway, and I was talking to somebody one day, and as he was walking by, I was dropping N-bombs, nigga this, nigga that, and he just looked at me, and I looked at him, and I kept on with the conversation. After that, I kind of got labeled that, yo, this nigga doesn't give a fuck if
you say that from the president.
And he just was like, what? You know what I mean? Once they that made the disclaimer at work and was like, we're not going to write you up or fire you for dropping those N-bombs. It opened the door for some Caucasians and pink people. You know what I mean? They don't do it because you get fucked up. But, you know, it opened up the door for that. But once they said that shit, I was like, oh, I can say it down the hallway and nothing you can really do. But I don't really carry myself like that at work all the time. Nah, man, you can't do
But
that
you know,
shit.
one thing that you must realize is that once you open your mouth and have your New York accent,
I don't
they
even
can
get it.
already surmise and deduce
I don't get it. See, y'all be saying
that
New
you
York
are
accent. I
a
don't
crazy
fucking hear it.
motherfucker.
I don't hear it.
You are you kidding me?
I don't fucking hear it. Like when y'all talking, people be like, "Oh, I can hear when he gets going. It sounds like all New York," and I'm like,
It sounds like New York, period.
I don't
So,
hear it. I don't
so
hear it.
understand that those presidents and vice presidents and your senators and all them motherfuckers in your building, they know you crazy because they hear that accent. They can make a solid deduction that you are crazy.
So what would you? So if your boss would have came to you and hit you with the disclaimer, like, "Hey, I know that's how you is, but I'm gonna need you to chill the fuck out."
That's how I am, though.
"Oh, you ain't even got to worry about that because now, hold on, there's a difference between my livelihood. If that's gonna fuck with my livelihood and how I take niggas now, I'm gonna be
Y'all be
sound
colored?
like white man over here in a heartbeat. Listen, you ain't gonna fuck up my money. I'm not gonna fuck up my money
You
because
gonna start calling them coloreds?
You know, I'm gonna call them colors. I'm gonna look for ways to still be the same person without using that type of language.
Yeah, you can.
You know what I mean? And I'm still going to be that person, but I'm not going to use certain languages or certain. I'm not going to be at work dropping F-bombs and motherfucker this and bitch ass nigga that and son of a bitch. I'm not going to be dropping that at work. I'm going to look for other ways of saying and getting my point across.
You know what's weird? I was just having this conversation with somebody because I happened to be sitting at the nurse's station the other day, and I happened to hear somebody coming down the hall. All I kept hearing was "God damn it," blah 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 blah, and I was hoping that it was. I was like, no, it can't be visitors because we don't allow visitors.
Okay.
Staff is doing it. It was two dudes from EVS, which is housekeeping, coming down the hall. They cell phones, loud music on there. They God damn it, and this and that. And I was like, dang. And you know what? It's 7 p.m. at a hospital. And so, of course, that ain't my position to go say nothing to them. But because they brothers, I went over there and they was young. I said, let me holler at y'all for a minute. For real, that's what y'all do? It's like, what? I was like, all I heard was blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh, man, they no visitors in here. I said, that's not the people who pay us. The people in the beds. Stupid ass.
So
Stupid ass. Ain't nobody in here. Yes, it's the patients, bitch. But then, in their 20-something-year-oldness, we had a whole bunch of back and forth and some mindless banter that I wasn't about to go. Because for real, if I say this to you when you don't get it, you don't get it.
You gotta let it go.
Especially if you're arguing back with me, you don't get it. And I'll see you replaced shortly.
Yeah, so what's the purpose of it going on?
And then you have a manager like that coach that was on the field with Cam Newton that enabled this shit.
Yeah, you know.
The staff supervisor enable it until the ball season, then they get fired.
So
No, just the ethic and the
all heroes don't wear capes.
So
you was a hero that day.
So here's some
try
true
not
shit.
to sound like an old.
Here's some true shit.
Get off my lawn.
Here's some true shit. So now,
Stand.
this is some true shit.
Okay.
Now at work, when I'm in the office, I'm in the building, I'm professional. You know, sometimes I don't get along with my dispatchers. There's a couple of them motherfuckers I don't like, and I said it's my show. I can say what the fuck I want.
Yes, you
Not
can.
on the clock. You know what I mean? I don't like certain other motherfuckers. I'm nice. Then you have customers. Now,
I've been
have
there,
I
bro.
cussed out a customer? Absolutely, I done cussed your silly ass out. You know what I mean? Because you had it coming. You were mad at me. You felt some type of way about me coming at your house. I didn't call you. You called us. So now you mad because I got to turn your shit off? Motherfucker, it ain't safe. You know what I mean? And now it's a whole bunch of motherfuckers. Like, okay, so there was one time, this was last summer. I go to this chick's house. She's got a leak on her meter rack. And I'm like, okay, I can't find it. Show me where you said you sprayed it. I sprayed it. I didn't see it. When I came back, I noticed it. All right, cool. I get to working on it. You know what I mean? She's still with yeah. This is some fucking bullshit. This, that, and the third. All right. I'm doing the bigger road. I'm like, okay. Grab my wrench. I walk past her. You hear me talking to you? I walk past her.
She said that to you?
Yes. I walked past her and walked down to my van. Wow. Her daughter came out. and was like, motherfucker, don't you hear my mother talking? Fuck you and your fucking fat ass fucking mama. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck about none of y'all. How about I just turn your shit off now and leave? These motherfuckers got mad. I cussed their ass out. She went and got her husband to come outside. Fuck him too.
He should have been the one speaking to you in the first place and not even her.
Exactly. So what did I do?
Yeah, where the fuck was he at when
This
this
bitch ass nigga was in the motherfucking house the whole time. So he didn't want to come out. He sent the woman out to do it. So I already knew what type of nigga I was dealing with.
Yeah.
Because if I come to your house, I'm a man coming to your house. I shouldn't be
You
dealing
talk
with your
to my
wife. I
husband.
should be dealing with the husband.
Yeah.
And me and him can rock. You know? So what did I do? I turned your motherfucking shit, slammed the fuck off. I told my supervisor, you niggas need to figure it out because I ain't doing it. Fuck this. At one point in time, my customer rating was a 65%.
I bet you it was.
It was a
no one.
65%.
Okay, anybody here shocked? Raise your hand.
Yeah, I
No,
think, yo.
nobody.
I already read the disclaimer.
Yo,
I read the disclaimer.
so the dude that's my supervisor is a supervisor now, right? My man, I'm not gonna say nothing. He's a supervisor now. You know what I mean? We had this one job, and it was out by DC. It was in what was it, Brooklyn, in the Brooklyn area or something like that. We was out there and we doing this fucking job, and this little girl, I go in this girl's house, and the house is reeking of fucking marijuana. I mean, like that shit was cloudy as shit. I'm like, all right, you know, we get to knocking on the door. Don't knock on my motherfucking door like that. Well, how the hell you want me to knock on? How the hell? So you got to look at how these people come at you. I'm coming in there with like, I'm not even really tripping. It's your attitude as a customer, what you going to get from me. And now I'm going to cuss you out. I'm going to cuss you
They
out.
had kids in there?
Do your job.
No, she just had a fucking dog.
Does your job take up for you if a customer is abusive? Does your job stand up and say, nah, we not? You know what I'm saying? If it come back that you retaliate in such
Negative.
a way, they don't have
Negative.
that doesn't happen.
That's how I was when I was a dispatcher.
Negative.
I had to take the L's.
Yo.
I wanted the job, I had to take the L's.
You have to, and here's the thing: the job is
You reserve the right to go to work unabused, though.
Okay, but I've had a situation, and
Okay.
this is, so I had a
Okay.
situation. I go to this guy's house, and he was a little bit fucking upset and irate. You know what I mean? Because I had come out there, and I told him I got to turn your shit off. Your shit is broke. It's cold. He don't want his shit going off, but I got to turn your shit off because it's broke. It needs to be fixed. I'm showing you where it's broke. Man, fuck you. Get the fuck out of my house.
Wow.
Okay. Now he doesn't want me to turn the appliance off because it's in his house. Get the fuck out. Okay, I'm gonna get the fuck out. So I get the fuck out and I walk around inside the house.
Keisha's heading off from outside.
Hold on.
Oh,
I went
okay.
outside
Okay.
to turn it off, and then the motherfucker came up to me and was like, "Didn't I tell you to get off my property?" and push me. Now I had a choice right there. Fuck this nigga up. We could get the fight, and I could hit him in the head with a pipe wrench and fuck his ass up, or take the high road. You know what I mean? And say, let me call them and let them deal with it. Send the police to deal with it. Okay. I felt like a sucker because I had to let the police deal with it.
No, you have to.
But on the same token, I don't come to work for that shit. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I don't come to work for that for somebody to put their hands on me. Nah, hell no. But now, if I go to defend myself, the company's going to look as, why didn't you walk away?
Let me say this to you, and I'm not going to reveal where I work. Look, I'm not going to scratch his head. I'm not going to reveal where I work, but we continuously have an issue with administration and company heads not protecting us.
Facts.
Like sick people are the meanest people on earth, and we have been trained to not take any of that stuff personally. However, when you are a brand new cancer patient, I sympathize and or empathize with you because I know somebody who had it. If you are a brand new paralysis patient, like you paralyzed, blah, 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 you can't do nothing for yourself, I'm happy to do anything for you until you raise your voice, you ungrateful piece of shit. If you call me out of my name, you ungrateful piece of shit.
Wipe my ass, you
I feel no, and listen, you go to the administration and say, hey, because they wondered like why she called you and come, cause she called me 12 times in 5 minutes. I went in there and asked her, tell me everything you need, and I was called a fat bitch. I'm not taking that. Well, we don't want our customers to what? No one's gonna think what?
And that's the crazy part about it because your company, like your people,
Yes.
will take up for the customer.
They
Oh,
will. They
right.
yes.
They're always
And
right.
she and one person, and she uttered, we don't expect that you argue with the patients. I'm not arguing with nobody, but she ain't gonna call me a fat bitch all day.
See, they don't want to look at that part. They don't see nothing wrong with that.
You supposed to take it, but the reason why I am a sucker and I will report your ass every chance I get because listen, one of my security guards was this is when all the little youngest was smoking what's the stuff? It ain't water. What is it? Dippers. They were smoking dippers, right? So a little youngin came in there.
Embalming fluid.
Embalming fluid. Yeah.
Smoking death.
They were smoking dippers, and the little boy was high. And look, I came to the desk. This is on the back side. The rest is kind of dark. The back side is the older side, so it's kind of dark back there, right? So I came down the hall, and look, the dude was standing there looking at me just like this.
Okay.
And I was like, I went back the other way.
Talk to the mic.
Oh, I went back the other way because it was dark down there hall, and this shit ain't look right. Because first of all, you a patient. Your business is in your room. Why are you in this hallway standing looking like the Terminator, right?
Nah, nigga,
so
they was on that shit,
I turned back and went the other way, and I was like, nah, whatever I needed, bruh. And I knew his situation. I knew he was in there for that, right? It had like sitters around him, and he had like 4 or 5 people to put him to bed the day before. End of that night, he came in the hallway to that same place that I was at, came to the nursing station and moved the girl out the chair and sat in the nursing station, told him he wasn't moving. So they called security. Security come up. My man, he broke my man's neck. He grabbed that dude up, and he was a little bitty piece of something too. And the security guard probably was like 6'2", but you know when they high off that shit, they real strong, right?
Yeah.
He threw the security guard on his neck. On his neck. They fired the security guard. They fired the security guard because he was wrestling with him, trying to get him in the bed because they called him.
Yeah.
They fired him. And now, to this day, he can't walk. He cannot walk. The little boy went to court because one of my homegirls, he hit her in the back of the head when she was trying to close the door because he chased her down the hall and got her in the room. And he hit her in the head. And she said, girl, I was going to court with this fool. He kept saying, I don't remember nothing. I don't remember nothing. I don't remember nothing. I don't remember nothing. Everybody coming in there in their wheelchairs and crutches and shit. And he's like, I don't remember nothing. Nothing. And he was he was 18, so nothing happened to him.
I remember one of
my company was my company fired. Well, I don't know if he was contracted, but the security guard that was there was fired for mishandling
a patient.
Yeah.
Yeah. See,
Man,
that's fucked up.
Fuck that. You can fall if you want to.
And so now, now moving forward after seeing something like that, do you now you just be like,
you got every right to do what you want. Look, I told you. Can I be honest with you?
Yeah, of course.
And this better not be recorded. I keep my keys on me. Look, right. I keep my keys on me because, the rule is if it's a fire or something happens, you're supposed to be helping all these people.
I'm helping myself.
I don't take nothing in that job except me and my keys in a bag. And that bag, keep my bag. When it's time to go, like, I want to do what I got to do, but I feel like if it's no me, or if I'm hurt, you're going to replace me. Like, exactly. I want to do what I want to do, but the people, like, bro.
They make it hard for you
They make it hard.
They make it hard.
I'm trying to say it in a way where I don't be penalized, but yes, you make it hard.
Because they make you not want to do your job because now you're afraid to move or do or care for these people the way that you're supposed to because without being penalized. You're going to be penalized for your actions. And all it takes is one of them patients to say, she talked to me disrespectful or she grabbed me wrong. And instead of investigating and really looking at the character of the person you are, they're going to be like, I'm sorry that you had to experience that. You're fired.
Exactly. And for real, and they make you document on everything. So if I experience that he's a dick, you experience that he's a dick, and then you come in here, I come back and he hit me in the head, they can look through all of our notes that you done said, this person have tried to hit on me, he done swang on me, blah, blah, and it would still be me.
And it's always you.
You're supposed to handle yourself. You're supposed to handle yourself differently. You're supposed to walk out. You're supposed to tickle their nose. It's some shit we learned in Code Green class, right? You're supposed to tickle their nose. They supposed to let you go.
I'm not getting that close to tickle
that training video. Go to hell with that training video.
Tickle somebody's nose, man.
That's what they said. If somebody grab you, you're supposed to tickle their nose. I said, I'm not even trying that out. Like, it don't work because I feel like I want to help. Like, for real, I do something with your nose, all right.
It's like, yo, you can't do. I wouldn't do nothing. As much as they train you and shit like that, I ain't fucking with it. I'm doing my 8 and I'm going to fuck home. I'm not getting into it. I'm not at this stage of the game. Especially, okay, so I had a customer about 2 weeks ago, about a week and a half ago, somewhere around there. African dude, right? Pull up. So you already know. So y'all already know. I pull up to the joint. It's dark. It's at night. He's got a leak in his house. He's saying he's smelling gas.
Okay.
Right? Now, it's like you have notes, and people that are there prior to you with notes. Notes in the notes said somebody had COVID inside his house.
Oh,
okay.
Hell no.
So he had COVID in his house, but it was like 2 months ago.
Okay.
So one of my concerns was, did these because Africans are some nasty motherfuckers, and I don't give a fuck if I'm offending you. It's some fucking straight truth. Y'all are nasty. The house is nasty. And so my first question is if somebody has COVID, you want to clean that house after the fact. You know, was the house cleaned? It don't look like it's clean. You know what I mean? And so I'm like, all right, well, man, you got to put on your mask. I'm not putting on a fucking mask.
It's supposed to anyway. Anytime somebody comes in your house, you're supposed to put a mask on.
Yes. But here's what this thing. I got the vaccine, and you should get the vaccine too. And I don't have to put a mask on because I got the vaccine. Well, look here, motherfucker.
Did he tell you that?
Yeah. And so I was like, okay, well, if you're not going to do this, you're not going to put no mask on, you're not going to do none of that, I'm just going to turn your gas off. So I called my supervisor because, you know, you want to be politically correct. I called my supervisor, and my supervisor's, well, you know.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah. Well, you know, you can't just turn his gas off. Okay, no problem. Not going to argue with you. No problem. So I suited and booted. You know what I mean? They give us the whole hazard, hazard suit and everything like that. I suited and booted to go in there. Look, I'm already off the Lysol in my back pocket. You know what I mean? And I ain't playing. So
got the whole
you know
clip ready.
I come in the joint and I see his big, fat, nasty, fucking smelly wife. The house smells like fucking bacalao. It stinks. It smells awful in there. It's dirt. You look at the walls, you can see the little.
It's an inch of dust on everything.
It was little black handprint. It was nasty. So I'm like, where's this leak? Where's the fucking leak? He's like, it's in the basement.
In the basement.
As I'm walking behind the nigga, you can smell his body funk, and this shit is just nasty. And I'm like, oh my God, I just got to get it. So I go down there, and it's a little stove. I see the little stove, and I'm like, oh, it's leaking. Oh, I can't turn it off. When I say I ran out that motherfucking house, I told him, it's your stove leaking. I can't turn it off there. I went outside and turned the shit off.
Yeah.
Turned the shit off, and he was like, why the fuck you turn my shit off? Look, man, y'all are nasty. I'm done. Have a nice night. I'm gone. But it took me everything I had because I was cussing this motherfucker out. Because like, yo, how the fuck are you gonna come? Yes. Like, how you gonna tell me I don't need no mask because I got the vaccination? The fuck? I don't care. Somebody in your house had COVID, nigga.
I don't care. I don't care.
They don't give a fuck. Those
care.
Are hands down. The worst people to deal with are Africans. Hands down.
These words are the words of tone.
I ain't gonna lie.
This is not the words of the.
This is not the words of the show. This is my words. Fuck you, Africans are hard to deal with. You niggas is ignorant and y'all stubborn, nasty motherfuckers. You need a class and clean it. God damn it. I'm sorry.
But listen. But we'll come.
No, I'm not. No, the fuck I'm not. I'm
you
not
on my
sorry.
timeline. All my Africans on my timeline, they clean. What's up, y'all?
Nah, man. Any African's house. Now, no, look, I've been to one or two African house that was really, them niggas was really cool. They was, you know what I mean? They was laid back. They had some money. You know what I mean? They shit was clean.
They all got money, though.
But any other Africans I've been to, they houses, man. Good Lord, man. I get it. What are y'all cooking? Boiled giraffe in that motherfucker? That shit.
It's a different scent. It's a different scent. It's a different scent.
It's a different scent. What do you if you can name a scent, name the scent that you smell when you go in an African person's house?
Africa's a large continent.
Nigga,
so my Liberian friends are
listen, man. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? They stink. They nasty. Their attitude, man. The house is dirty. Like
Jesus.
nigga, you got big ass. Oh God, disgusting.
It's different.
It's an acquired taste.
It's different, and for real, they don't smell it. Like one of my coworkers the other day was musty as Campbell's soup, and I couldn't understand how I smelled it through my mask because I had on more than one. How do I smell it through multiple masks? And for real, somebody said it to me like, "Yo, how?" I said, "Oh, give her." Just go tell her. I think she was using that stone. The stone must have not been charged. You know,
what stone? Nah, what? A stone? Wait, what?
It's a stone. It's a stone.
What the fuck are you stone for?
It's a stone.
Mr. Coleman's over here like, I'm not doing
y'all
it.
know about that stone, right? The stone.
This ain't even an African thing.
It needs to be charged. I think the stone gotta go in the sun. Like I think it's like solar or something.
It's gotta be activated.
And I don't think it happened. So they came to me and they came to me to say, Kiki, why don't you just tell her she's stinking? I was like, how? Because that's my friend.
So how do you do it though? Did you do it?
I couldn't, yo.
So you just gonna let her walk around musty? You ain't gonna say nothing.
I enlisted and employed the services of the next person in line. No, I employed the services of my next. I couldn't do it because for real, I really didn't. First of all, I'm gonna tell you what I don't like. When you tell people that they stink, they want to argue with you. You offer them gum, they won't take it.
Because
You tell them they smell like fish. So I don't want that conversation.
offended.
That shit is stupid to me.
Hold on, but if I smell it, you got to smell yourself.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. That shit is fucking.
How?
That shit is fucking stupid to me. So I don't do it. I'm like, you know what,
If
I smell
I'm
you, so I
funky-
know you smell you. Yes. So for real. So you going? Oh, that's how you gonna act? No problem. I enlisted the services of my next coworker. Like, you just go tell this motherfucker like she need. So my coworker came over, Jamaican girl. It was worse.
Oh, she gonna tell the truth.
She was like, what's that smell? She was like, stink. And she said, huh? She said, did you do this today or whatever? And she was like, I don't wear it. Straight like that. Like, what would I have said behind that? I told her to get an alcohol pad. Because sometimes, listen, I ain't going to hold you. Sometimes I be rushing. And sometimes I forget. Like, you get to work in your arms and stick. And I'm like, damn, I forgot deodorant. And I would go in there and take alcohol wipes. It'll dry your stuff up, and I'll be good. Because sometimes I forget. I'll be rushing before I start keeping it in my car.
Have you smelled this female prior to that?
Yes, I walked in behind her, and it smelled like Willacoochee, Georgia. And I was mad.
So she ain't using deodorant. She ain't washing her coochie. None of that. Oh, God.
I cannot smell. That smell when women, it smell like sewage. Like coming behind some women in the bathroom, it's sewage.
We would like to take a break. This show was brought to you by Dove.
WASA. WASA. Washington Sanitation.
Oh my God! I mean, and if a person takes offense to that, I mean, of course, because you hurt their feelings because you tell them.
So I don't want it. I don't want to argue with you about you smelling like a whole flopping fish. Like, I don't want to argue with you. You know you smell.
But why should I have to smell that? Why should I have to smell that?
I know it, but somebody else can tell them. Because
I would take.
So would you walk behind and just spray air first?
I put the onus on management. I'm like, management, listen, y'all gotta say something in a professional way. This is why y'all get paid the big bucks.
So I was sitting there thinking of that. Why don't you go to human resources or something like that?
I gotta go all the way to HR.
Nah, because that's an HR issue, man. That's
somebody armpit is an HR issue.
They
gonna come to the microphone. This has been brought to our attention.
No, they're gonna have to mediate. They're gonna say, who said it? They gotta bring you in for mediation. You gotta sit across and it was like, yeah.
It's 15 degrees outside.
My eyebrows just growing back.
90.
You gotta smell that shit, so why not? I mean, who do you turn to? Because if this person already has an attitude and they're already confrontational about that type of situation, what do? Do you continue to smell it? What happens if you're sitting there and you're trying to eat your lunch and this motherfucker comes and sits by you and that fuck gonna fuck with you while
I'll just get up and go. Like, for real. Now, I told you I will enlist the services and employ the services of my coworker. I was like, look, bruh, just go in there. So you know what I'm talking about. I'm like, Tone, just go in there for a minute. Because I know you wild at the mouth and I know you would say something. Like me, I gotta continue to work with you. I don't want you to be feeling some way about my soda in the refrigerator.
So you have to be, and only is the safest way to do that because now a person feel like you're harassing them. You know what I mean? And you're harassing them. The best way, for me, what I would do in that situation, human resources.
Human resources?
HR,
We're not going to HR, bro. It's so many steps before HR.
Because if you say something, the person's going to feel like you disrespect
Well, just call the police then, because that's the same thing.
I'm like, HR Bob.
That's the same thing.
Go to her station. HR Bob, go to her station and take a whiff, HR Bob. You think I smell it? How you think the patient's going to feel? HR Bob.
Listen, I felt like I do have a mask on, hopefully. And because she said, my coworker's like, how does she like that? Like, patients is smelling that. And I said, go say something to her. I could not. First of all, you are not going to be eyeballing my cup and doing shit when I step off. You are not going, you feel some type of way. People be fucking your shit up.
I don't know, man. She's nasty.
So, no, I just tell PJ, like, PJ, go. Or I told you walk out the mouth. I'd be like, look, once y'all go in there.
Well, look here,
this
y'all.
This show has been brought to you by Secret, strong enough for a man.
And Tussie. Not to be confused with pussy. It's Tussie. And that's Stone.
This has been a left field.
Yo, this went completely left field, man. I don't know how we... all right, well, we getting ready to wind this down. I'm sorry, it went left today. Usually this is real talk.
And I'm still here.
This is all Cam Newton's fault.
This is Cam Newton. You did this shit. Shout out to us yet again. You know, you see
Yes.
that pretty motherfucker right there.
Boom, we the
You
champions,
see that
my
motherfucker
friend.
sitting right there again.
We
you know
gonna
what I
keep
mean? Hold on.
fighting to the end.
Where's the camera? Where's the camera?
No time for winning, no time for losing, only time for winning. We are the champions. We are the champions. Let them see it, Tone. Turn back so they can see the writing. Look, there you go. Yeah, we the champions, my friend.
Bling bling.
No time for losing, only time for winning.
it's definitely dope.
We are the champions.
Yo, stay tuned. We got some
are
new shit
the
coming up for y'all too.
champions.
We got some guest hosts that's coming on. Well, some
My
guest
friends.
appearance. We're gonna be interviewing some people soon enough. Some things that can be touch home. Ladies, I got a show coming up for y'all.
Yep.
This dude I got coming on here.
Hey, stay
Y'all
tuned.
I'm gonna let y'all know when it's coming. Y'all
Stay
gonna like
tuned.
that.
Celebrity
They like to be
status.
warned.
Yeah. Well, I'm Tone,
I'm Kiki.
Mr. Coleman.
and we Real Talk Uncensored. See y'all next week.
Peace.